What do you know about their eyes?
When they're scared, you can see the white part.
Okay, yeah. So they definitely have what we call soft eyes when they're relaxed, and wild eyes when they're really nervous. Well, how do her eyes look right now?
Relaxed.
Yeah, pretty relaxed, pretty soft. One of the things that I think is really interesting about their eyes is that their eyes are on the side of their head, which is true for all prey animals. So anytime you see a bunny or a horse and their eyes are on the side, you can remember it this way. If their eyes are on the side, it's so they can hide. And when our eyes are in the front, it's so we can hunt. Where are our eyes?
In the front?
Yeah. So any predators have eyes in the front so they can narrow in on whatever it is they're trying to get. And prey have eyes on the side so that they can see around and see if there's a predator coming. So Roxy's eyes can see from like here all the way to about here. Okay? So she can still see me. If I can see her eye, she can see me. And then her other eye sees totally different, right? Our eyes see the same thing. We look at one thing. But her eye on this side comes all the way back to about here. So they do have one blind, or a couple of blind spots, and one is if I stand right behind her, where, see how she's trying to see me out of that eye? And if I go this way where she can't see me, she'll probably turn so that she's gonna look at me this way. Maybe not. She's like, I know you're there. So another blind spot that they have is right under their neck. And so that's a place where they have to trust you for you to pet them there. And their other blind spot is sort of like right in the middle where their eyes aren't able to look. Okay? So the cool thing about their eyes, or something to keep in mind, is anything that Roxy learns on this side goes into that side of her brain. So if I teach her something and she's having a great time with it, and then all of a sudden I go over here and I say, hey Roxy, remember? She says, no, that side of my brain didn't learn it. So I got to teach her things on both sides of her brain. What do you know about their ears? Their ears are pretty amazing too.
When they're curious or paying attention to something, they go forward. When they're unhappy, their ears go back.
Yes, when they're unhappy and they go back, though, they go all the way back. So if they're back like they are right now,
it just means
she's listening to me. So their ears are almost like little radial dials, and they can turn forward, and they can turn back, and so they can listen to whatever they want to listen to. And their ears work independently. So if she wants to listen to something Darcy's saying, she'll point one ear at Darcy and one ear at me. And so that's why you'll see sometimes their ears kind of twitching. Okay? Their ears are really, really keen, and they can tell a lot of things from their ears. And they can also, we can tell a lot about them from their ears. What else can I tell you? Oh, do you have any idea how big their heart is?
big.
But how big?
Yeah.
How big, you think?
Probably bigger than a human heart.
Much bigger than a human heart. I've been told that it's about 7 times the size of our heart, which is one of the reasons that horses make such great therapy animals, because they live in a heart space. They live sort of from their instincts and their intuition and how they feel about things, whereas we're all kind of trying to figure things out and intellectualize it up in our heads, right? So it's one of the things that they have to teach us, is that sometimes there are things you can't figure out, you can't think out. You have to kind of like trust your gut and your intuition. Do you know that they're so sensitive to energy through their eyes, their ears, and their body energy, so that they can perceive something way off in the distance and distinguish it, but largely through energy. So one of the things that they do in a lot of therapy sessions is they help people figure out what's really true for them. Because when you say something that's really true for you, you're congruent, and you all line up. And if you say something that's not so true, then you're kind of all not lined up, and horses go, I'm not sure I trust that. So a lot of times what we do in an equine therapy session is we kind of let the horse help us figure out, and you figure out what's really true for you. So one of the things people ask us a lot is sort of like, well, what does a therapy session look like with a horse, right? And it looks really different at different times. So it depends on the age of the client, it depends on what the client's goals are, depends on what they want to work on that day. But one of the things that horses are really good at is helping us learn how to be in what I call the sweet spot between being aggressive and being timid. So there's this really fine line where we're being assertive, we're taking care of ourselves, we're asking people to respect us, but we're not being pushy, and we're not trying to, bully them. So if you tried to bully a horse, 1,200-pound animal, what do you think?
You would be sorry.
Yeah, you'd be sorry, it wouldn't really work out so good, and right, not a good plan. Well, and sometimes, if any of you guys have dogs or cats, you might go, come here, right? Sweet, sweet, sweet. And they like that. But horses, because they're prey animals, remember we talked about how they have the eyes on the side of their head so they can know if something's coming up to get them? Well, because of that, they don't really want coochie coochie coo. They want to feel like you're somebody that could kind of look out for them, okay? So right now, in this pen, it's just me and Rocksy. There's no other horses to look out for her. So she's got to feel like I'm going to look out for her. If I'm somebody who's going coochie coochie coo, she's going like, what is wrong with this two-legged person? And she's not going to feel confident. But if I'm trying to push her around, that's not going to go well either. So I got to find what I call that sweet spot, right? Where Roxy's respecting me and I'm respecting Rocksy. And we're going to work together. But there's no way I can pull her if she doesn't want to move, right? So I've got to sort of earn her cooperation and say, come on, Rocksy. And hopefully she'll come. Now she's going to be more likely to come if I'm not looking at you while I'm telling her to go that way. Because she wants to know that I know where I'm going. She's like, well, why would I go somewhere with you if you don't even know where we're going? So I definitely am not going to go, come on, Rocksy, come on, Rocksy. She's like, you're looking that way. Why would I go that way? But if I look where I want to go, right, and then I ask her to come with me, she'll move a little slowly because she's got sore feet. So we don't ask Rocksy to go very fast, but she'll come with me. I don't have to keep pulling on the rope. She'll just come because she wants to, okay? So one of the things that we look for when we're leading horses is we don't want to have a big firm grip on them, right? We want to just have just enough grip on this line that we can kind of communicate with them. So this is really just a communication tool. If I want Rocksy to go this direction, I've got to be able to point her nose that way so that she knows that that's the way we're going. And if I want her to stop, I've got to pull back so I say, yeah, no, we're not going any further. Yourself. I know that Rocksy can put her feet in there. And you go, come on, Rocksy. And she'll believe you. There you go. Perfect. So if you believe Rocksy can do it, she'll believe she can too.
So many times, like, no, but I have to